Hey guys, it is the great wonderful MI-PartyBling. For our first DIY project, I am going to be talking about redoing chairs. You know, you have those chairs laying around that has gotten old and ugly, and perhaps you're having a party and you need to do something quick that's on a budget. My goal is to, for free, I'm just taking the fabric I got and some regular pins, not the push pins, thumbtacks, excuse me, thumbtacks. And I applied my old dress cover to this chair. Another thing you can do, but I did not do it because the simple fact it did not fit my home decor. But what you can do, I have a lot of paint laying around, is you know, take a thing of spray paint, you guessed it, and if I was to spray this actually silver, okay, this would be fabulous. I'm just trying to show you a quick fixer-upper for those ugly chairs that you might have. You know, like I said, you have guests coming, you know, time or the money, you know, to run out and, you know, go buy fabric. Take whatever you got. I'm talking pillowcases. You can also use curtains, you know, any dresses. I use the dress, you know, any type of fabric, okay? But what's so good that I discovered about this velour, one thing about it, you guys, okay, the cleanup on this is nice, having a kid, like I said. Mom. And there he is. The cleanup is really nice because what I actually do, what I actually do is take some water, spritz some water on it, and in a towel, cotton towel, and wipe it off. You know, so that's a really easy cleanup. You get what I'm saying? Now you might not have velour, but take what you have and just take the thumbtacks after you cut the fabric and pin the fabric up under the chair. That's a quick way of doing it, rather than, you know, you have to go out and buy all these heavy-duty staples, because you can't get you a heavy-duty staple gun and do the same thing and it'd be more permanent. But I'm talking about last-minute fixes, just throwing stuff together but making it still look fabulous. You get what I'm saying? This chair was in one piece until you guessed it, King Willie Florence, yes, that's my son, he got his hands on it and ruffled up the fabric a little bit, but nevertheless, I mean, listen, you can't beat that at all because it's free. Everything that I used on that chair I already had in my house. It did cost me a dime, and if my family was really coming, 10 minutes of you guys is all it take to go ahead and pin that fabric down, okay? A lot of you girls might have a dress or a skirt that you used to love, you can't fit it anymore after the kids or whatever, and so listen, there's no point in wasting good fabric, okay? You can always find something to do with that fabric, you know, to revive it, maybe not in the same way as it was intended, but nevertheless, hey, you know, I love to change pieces up by upcycling them, making them into something totally different. Had you seen the cushion of that chair, you would understand why I wanted it covered. I mean, everything you can just imagine with the 3-year-old had been spilled on this cushion. I'm talking about milk and juice and ketchup and all this yucky stuff. So I said, what am I gonna do that's not ratchet or messy looking? and I have family coming over for a birthday party. I said, I know, I'll take my dress. I love the material on that dress. Cut that material up and pin it up real quick, and bam, it's done. You get what I'm saying? 10 minutes or less, okay, to pin that whole thing. And you will have to put a lot of force into it, lady, to get those, ladies, excuse me, to get those oh, Lord Jesus, what is the word I'm looking for? The thumbtacks, excuse me. I'm looking at my son. Yeah, I know. He wanted his airtime too. The next time some people are gonna love this little fella anyway. Listen, the next time we are filming one of these, we are definitely not gonna have yours truly, King Willie Florence, in the mix of things, because as you know it, children tend to get a little curious. And King Willie, sit down. And listen, my son will have to be asleep the next time, because you know I'm actually just not feeling how that just went, you know. But you have met me, you have met part of my family, my great wonderful son named King Willie, and you know, as you know it, it's hard to keep children away when you're doing something, especially talking on the telephone, or you're talking to your audience on the computer like I am. He's moving my computer screen, go in the living room and play. And you know, so it's hard to do that. But I wanted to share that with you. That is one thing that I feel would definitely help people, is, you know, actually just being able to reuse what they have. If you're a mother like I am, you know how it is to be on a strict budget, you know, and just because we're on a budget don't mean we don't want things to look fabulous, honey, you know. So that's one thing I wanted to share with you guys. I know my video is super duper long. This is the first video that I have shot for YouTube fans. You know, I always shoot videos, but this is the first fan edition. I'm sorry about my son getting in the middle of the recording, but I have to do things when I can, because as you know it, yours truly, MI-PartyBling, is opening up her full website soon. I'm launching it October 7th. It will be up and ready to go, so you can buy some of my fabulous products from MI-PartyBling.com. And but one more thing though that I want to share with you guys, and I did this for, I already had a picture frame, okay, but these pictures, excuse me, let me push these up. These pictures that's in the picture these pictures that's in a picture frame, guess how much they cost me? Only 40 cents. What I did, because during the time I did not have my printer, and my son was having a birthday, so I wanted everything in the house to be centered around my son, and plus it's good for after the party. So I went to pay attention now, you guys. I went to the library and I took 4 of my favorite pictures of my son, you see it, and I had them printed out in black and white. Why did I choose the color black and white? Because I can tell you right now, people, it looks more like a real picture than paper. It does not look like it looks like picture paper, or photo paper, excuse me. You know, you would not think this is just regular standard printing paper. If you have a printer at home, turn the photo black and white before you print it out, or you know, have the professionals turn your pictures into black and white. And this is, like I said, as you can see, it looks like real photo paper, right? Just changing the hue or the color of something, you know, sometimes gives it a nicer finish, put it that way. And for 40 cents, I have a nice little personal frame with my son, you know, when I did his birthday party. I am going to be definitely coming on with you guys, hopefully while my son King is asleep, and sharing more fabulous, quick DIY projects that you can do at home. Anyone can do these tips that I am going to be sharing with you guys. I do a lot of upcycling pieces, and a lot of them will be available, on my MI-PartyBling website come October 7th. You will get a chance to buy some of the pieces. Now, had I been doing the cheer for a customer, I definitely would have had stapled that down and cut it a little bit nicer. But that was a quick finish for my party guests. Oh, I take my time when it's for customers. You wouldn't get something that's like this, you know. This is just a quick DIY. You know, like I said, I would have did it on a more professional level. Eventually, I'm probably going to go back and redo this chair really with the staples and, you know, get it really nice. But like I said, this is just a chair that I had for my vanity. I made my own vanity, and I had this chair already laying around because I was giving myself a birthday party that was spa themed at the house, and so I created that. And yes. It only took about 10 minutes. You know, I was pressed for time and companies coming, and I didn't want them to see a hideous chair at my vanity because my son can't stay off the vanity. Now, you guys, it's something he has gone in the play area instead of standing there all the time. You know, I'm sorry for the ratchetness. You know, my son coming on camera, but sometimes, yes, kids, they bother you when you're doing other things because they want your attention. So you might still see him in the future videos that I'm hosting. You might see my son King Willie Florence okay, that is mommy's cue to get off of here. This has been the first edition of My Party Bling, DIY with My Party Bling, excuse me. And I have to go. I'm on mommy duty. As always, 24 hours, 7 days a week, I'm on mommy duty. He said the magic word. Y'all didn't hear what he said? He let me know he have to go tinker. Oh, wait a minute. Huh? He got it himself. He's 3 years old, soon to be 4 in December, and you know, he just learned how to use the potty, you guys, and it's just amazing. It's amazing because I almost gave up. One tip that I'm gonna share about that, and it's not a DIY, but I'm gonna say that on air since this first edition of DIY with My Party Bling included King Willie Florence, is, you know, listen, I tried everything to get my baby potty trained. I brought the small little kids potty. King was not feeling that, okay? So I put him on the big boy potty with the little kids insert, and my son started pottying very soon after. He did not want to use that little kids potties. So listen, ladies, if you're having a hard time, I know the boys are harder, what I'm hearing, to potty train, go ahead and get the insert to go on the dog toilet, and get the little step stool that they usually come with the step stool. If not, you can purchase it separately. It's a step stool so your little one can step up on the potty and take care of their business, and that'll save you a lot of money, you know, from the diapers and wipes. Well, you still have to get wipes. You have to get the little flushables, you know, when they first start using the potty, because they're not equipped to just use the dry tissue. That's another tip. Flushable wipes, honey. Leave those by the toilet so the little ones can, you know, clean themselves a little bit better than using the dry tissue. Trust and believe that, because you know, boys have a little problem anyway. You know what I'm talking about. So, you know, listen. I do enjoy doing my DIY. For me, it is not just a hobby. It's more than that. It's business for me. So I will try to come on as much as possible and show you a few quick tips, you know, to get your house ready, you know, for parties, you know. Yeah, so you get advice from me for free that I'm not charging for. And it's always, you know, just nice to be able to give back to people that support you and believe in your passion. And you know, so I'm giving you guys a free DIYs as much as possible. I cannot promise you will see me every week, because as you have noticed, I have the 3-year-old son, and I'm trying to very much so run my business. So you guys will not see me every week, but mostly every week I will come on and try to give you guys a few pointers for decorating. I did not want to disable the comment, excuse me, but you know, listen, I'm a YouTuber myself. I use YouTube, and you know, and a lot of times I cannot believe when people are nice enough to share tutorials that you always have some moron that have to have so much negative stuff to say, you know. And I'm not a negative person. I'm a very colorful, vibrant person. And so one thing I hate is a negative person. I'm sorry, that's the only thing I truly hate on this earth is negative people. You know, it just doesn't make, you know, any sense to live your life and not try to be happy. You know what I mean? And don't try to ruin someone else's fun and happiness. You know, don't try to steal my happy, because I'm not going to stand for it. So, you know, so I disabled the comments. But if, of course, if you do need to contact me, you will be able to get in touch with me by joining my fan page over on Facebook.com, or you might see me over on Instagram or Twitter or my website, of course. And just shoot me an email if you need me to break things down for you that's related to the DIYs that I showed during these videos. I know this is an extra long video. I'm going to try to make them 10 or 15 minutes, you know, in the future. Sometimes I get to talking in front of the camera and I think of something else that I want to share with my viewers and lose track of the time, you know, that I'm interacting with you guys. First off, you know, I want to say thank you for watching this first edition of DIY with MI-PartyBling. It won't be the last edition. I still feel like before I go, you have not met me. I'm yours truly, MI-PartyBling, and I am a self-taught baker. I am a self-taught DIY. I am a self-taught artist, and everything I do is self-taught. I just love art and fashion, and I teach myself, you know, things, and it happened to come out pretty good most of the time, you know, and I'm still learning. It's just something that I always have done since I was a kid, was be drawing to arts and crafts. It's just something that calms me down. It soothes me. I love to create art. Every form of art I'm willing to try at least one time. You get what I'm saying? So this is something I just am passionate about. My business is coming real soon. Like I said, October 7th, 2017. You will see yours truly, MI-PartyBling website going up in full effect, okay? And what I am going to bring to you, something new and creative that no one else is making. Because, you know, I see a lot of people, and I'm just being honest with you, they keep on redoing the same thing over and over and over again. I don't like to repeat what I see. See, this is the thing, you guys. Listen, if you watch a DIY video and you plan on making money, you are never to repeat everything that person showed you. You're supposed to take it and make your own whatever out of it, but nothing even remotely close to what they just showed you. You figure out with your own creative mind how to make your own whatever. You get what I'm saying? I'm not a big fan of people that duplicate things. I have been copied many times in the past before, and it happens. But I can tell you, nothing that I show you or sell you will be a bootleg or knockoff copy of any other artist. I only know how to be me and use my own creative mind and make my art. I will not go and look at someone else's DIY and sell part of their idea. That's a no-no. You know, you got girls know what I'm talking about. Listen, you go on these other channels and you see a million of that one person that was original, a million copies of it, and you're going, you could have did something totally different with the advice she gave you or he gave you and made your own thing. You got to get something, you know, so close to theirs, and it's just a pet peeve of mine. I hate that. That's not original. And let me tell you, I'm original. Everything down from my red hair is original. Before celebrities were big on red hair and different colors, you will be seeing me with colors in my hair. Ever since I was 13 years old, I'm soon to be 36-year-old woman now. I used to put color in my hair with Kool-Aid, okay? And I was always told, because I'm mostly African American, oh, you seem to be acting like someone else putting all that color in your hair, if you get what I'm saying. And I'm going, no, you know, I'm just being me. I always admired Sydney Lauper. She used to do some of the color, but I started making my own colors, and red is one of them colors, okay, baby, that I used to make, okay? And so everything, like I said, about me is original, honey. There's no bootleg, there's no, listen. That's one thing you will find out too about me. Some days I have my days where, you know, yours truly is a little bit on the silly side, and then she's on the serious side. But yeah. So you will see that I have a warm, colorful personality, and you'll see it change on the camera, excuse me. You will see it change quite often. I am a Libra. That's my astrological sign. That explains a lot, huh? Yeah, you know, Libras are bubbly. We love to have fun and have a good time. And, you know, our personality tend to be great, you know. We tend to be in good bubbly moods, and you get us to joke a little bit. Then you have our very serious side where, you know, we are not in the mood, excuse me, for the jokes and the fooling around. And you'll know when I, you know. And I'm sure you've seen my personality change up a couple of times through these 30 almost long minutes that I've been on this camera. I love you too, sweet pie. He just gave me a yes, baby, don't touch that now. He just gave me a kiss. There's nothing, you guys, greater than having your own little offspring. He keeps me busy. And I'm so sorry, people, that I had to let my baby come on, because one thing I do not want to do is push my son, Little King Willie Florence, away. You get what I'm saying? Listen, as a mother, even if I'm busy doing something that's important, sometimes I have to stop for a few seconds and tend to my son. That's just, you know, what you call being a good mother. And kids, they love attention, you know. He's the only kid that I have. And you met him, the great, wonderful king, and you will be seeing him periodically, excuse me, when I'm doing these nice little DIYs for you guys. I hope that I did not bore you. That's one thing I never intend to be, is boring. I love to make people smile and laugh, and that's just something that's natural to most Libras. I've never seen a dull, boring Libra. A lot of people will say, Libra is quiet around me. Usually if a Libra is quiet around you, they just don't like you. I'm just keeping it real. They don't like you. They don't care, and we're not going to be fake. We don't like you. We don't talk to you. It's not that they're quiet. They're just quiet around you. You know, even though Libras do tend to have a little bit of shyness, typically when we're in a crowd of people, we will get a little shy, but you will not be able to tell most of the time. Most Libras can hold it together, and they will pretend they're not, you know, nervous or shy. We can be in the club, hey, dancing and carrying on and mingling with people, and you know, they wouldn't guess that we were shy because there's so many people. It's like 200 people around us. And we're going, oh my God, there's so many people. Oh. You know, but we always remember, be ourselves. It's okay. There's, you know, they're just people. You know, calm down. But yeah, so our nerves do get the best of us sometimes, and we become very shy, but you will not notice most of the time. You know, we're good at hiding that shy side, most of us. And you hear him giggling. He's a happy baby. He's like his mommy. So, like I said, you guys, I hope that I have shed some light on one of the worst disasters, okay? To have party guests coming over and you had those ugly, hideous cheers. The kids have dropped all kind of Kool-Aid. Oh, they had Cheez-Its and everything over your chair, and Lord Jesus have mercy, you only have about an hour left, and you're thinking, what do I do with these hideous cheers? Do I use a seat cover? Not necessarily. It depends on what look you're going for, because that's another quick fix, is a seat cover. you know. But if you don't have access to seat cover, or you're on a budget, I just showed you for free how you could take something and use it. Another thing that I could have did with this chair, and I still might end up doing with this chair or one of my other chairs, excuse me, I could have just gone ahead, excuse me, and added fur to it. Fur to the seat of the chair, and then before I would do that, I would spray paint it, excuse me, gold or silver, and then add the fur. And how do you do that? I think it's called E600 or something like that. You know, there's fabric glue, and you can glue it literally. You don't have to sew. You know, sewing nowadays is pretty well a thing of the past, unless you have an outfit that you are trying to get together. Other than that, glue is the answer to everything. I will tell you that right now. There are some strong, when I tell you the strength of these glues nowadays are strong and can hold together and bond things together, you know, nicely, and the finish is clear. I'm gonna get into that. I'm gonna get into it, but not